chant, je te donne ma vie. La grande prière qui monte de mon cœur, garde ton ciel ouvert sur moi. Fais de moi un vase pour ta gloire, et que ma vie te plaise à jamais. Que chaque jour je demeure à tes pieds, pour t'offrir ma vie en sacrifice, comme un parfum de bonne odeur qui s'offre à chaque instant, chaque heure. Tant que tu donnes le chant, je te donne mes louanges, je promets à chaque instant de te chanter avec les anges. Tant qu'il y aura la vie dans ce corps mortel, je ne cesserai pas de t'adorer. Tant que tu donnes un chant, comme mes louanges, non, non, non,
Et à chaque instant,
de te chanter
avec
de te chanter.
tant qu'il y aura la vie.
Tant qu'il y aura la vie,
Je ne cesserai pas de
je ne sais. Je dis, t'appartiens.
Hello everyone, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It depends on which part of the world you are locating. Welcome again to the True Wellness Connection show. My name is Claudine Salumu, and I'm going to be hosting this show today, and you are watching the True World Television. So as you can see the topic today, last week we talked about parenting versus dating. So today we're just going to talk just dating. So we're going to touch, can be adult, can be young, all those kind of stuff. We're just going to discuss the topics on dating. So yeah, so be connected. It's going to be very interesting. Send us questions, and just connect with us and send us your idea about this topic that we are talking about. Okay, so I'm going to ask my partner to introduce herself too.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Brimoh, and it's a pleasure being here this evening. And like she said, we are going to continue from where we stopped last week. So it's going to be interesting. We want you to love, to like, to share. Make sure you connect with your family. We would like any questions, any comments. We will appreciate them.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Brimo. Without taking much of our time, because I know the time is not going to be enough. So as you can see, we are talking about dating. So dating is really something very important that we really need to be able to learn from each other. For in one time in your life as a man or as a woman, you are going to date somebody. And the dating, basically, as it was introduced to us, is just like a meeting of two couples who have an interest into each other, with, of course, a hope that this meeting will give birth to a relationship that's going to be stable, eventually to a marriage. So it is so important that we master really this topic of dating, so we can know how to approach a partner, how to behave ourselves as, we are keeping our eyes open for that special somebody in our life. And I'm pretty much sure if you are single, wherever you are watching us, you know exactly what we are talking about. Everywhere you go, any opportunity, any gathering, you keep your eyes open to see if that would be an opportunity for you to find the love of your heart. So, and also when it comes to dating, it comes with stages. There is always day one. Some people, they just think like, oh, man, how am I going to find somebody to date? It seems like my life is very boring. I'm always home. I don't go to the bar. I don't go to the club. And then how am I going to get to meet that special somebody so that, we can start dating? But one thing I know, when you are go, everyone, you can even testify, that special somebody that you have in your life, you met that person in the way that is bizarre, in the way that you could never think or imagine that this particular situation, this particular meaning will introduce you to somebody in your life. So I'm just going to ask now my partner here, can you please tell us stages of dating? What should we be looking at? How should we get started? How do we know that we picked up the best person to give an opportunity? I was saying that because when you have that particular day to meet together, you are giving each other is opportunity to sell to sell yourself to your partner. So can you tell us about stages of dating?
For dating, the first stage and the most important stage is attraction. And that is why whenever you're going out, especially as a teenager or early 20s, make sure you look good. Because you don't know whether you will meet your partner or somebody that you will like to go out with that day. So when you dress well, that is a check mark. Anybody that sees you, they will want to talk to you. So the first stage is attraction. When you look good, you will attract somebody that look good. So it's very, very important the way you look. It doesn't mean if you can brush 3-4 times a day, if it's possible. Just make sure that you look good, you are presentable. That will lead to you being attracted to somebody. And as immigrants, we need to make sure that we teach our kids at home, dress well, always look good, whether you are looking for somebody to date or not. Look presentable, and one way or the other, that will lead to an attraction. You may find someone that day, you may not. If you make it your habit, attraction stage will come easy for you. So
wow, thank you very much. We understand that in my country we say you always have to keep your hands clean because you never know where food will come from. So it's exactly the same idea. You need to keep yourself, as attractive as you can, because you don't know whether on the street, in the store, that is where you are going to meet that special somebody. Miss Brimoh, so then what should we be looking for? Even though you have to be attractive, yes, I have made myself attractive, but I don't want to attract the wrong person in my life.
that's right.
So what should we do to make sure we are prepared to meet the right person? Because every time you are a single, you should have criteria. You should have, what are you really looking for? Because if you do not know what you are looking for, you see anybody and you're going to think that is somebody. So that's why it's so important that as a man or as a woman who is single, who's looking forward for that special somebody, you need always to know what you want. So what is really the reality? Sometimes people will be like, oh, I am looking for somebody of my race. Or you'll be like, some other people are just open to whoever will come. Can you elaborate that? So next to, yes, I am attracted, I look good, as you can see me now, I am out there to the market. Then what else? What is next?
Yes, reality is the second stage, and that is another important part. Now, you need to look for somebody that you have some things in common.
Yes.
Maybe both of you like jokes, both of you like to do your assignment if you are in the same class in a certain way, both of you like sports, both of you are Christians. So you need to look for something that you have in common with the other person. Not that you will just jump on anybody anywhere. No. Look for something that you have in common. You have the same goal. Remember, you may not have everything in common together, but some, you know, she's a Christian, I'm a Christian, is a Christian, I'm a Christian, we go to the same church, we go to youth program on Fridays, we like the way we sing worship together, we like the way we pray at the church together. So something that can bring the two of you together. So you need to look for that. Now there are some people that we meet at the store. They will just like each other being the first time. Yes, but reality will come after the attraction. So they will look at it. Yes, we got to know each other at the store. Apart from shopping, what else do you do? What else do you have interest in? There are some people that they meet, they were able to meet at the book club, and books brought the two of them together. So before you go and meet somebody, think of what you have in common with the person, or after meeting, what do you have in common? Is there anything that is common to both of you?
Thank you so much, Miss Brimoh, but I still have a question for you.
Okay.
So when you talk about trying to find what is the common of each other, so that means you had already had that special day of dating. You know what I mean? Because now you are meeting somebody, is giving you an opportunity to go for a date. Remember, a date is an opportunity that two strangers are meeting. Now you begin to discover each other.
That's right.
You know? So at that stage, especially for, what would you advise now on the first appointment you are meeting? Because that's where most people fail. You know, you have been given an opportunity to meet this particular guy or to meet this woman. Then what should be your attitude? I want to speak on behalf of a woman, because on behalf of a man, you may not know what to say. Like you are a woman today, you have been, this guy, you have been talking to this guy on the phone, you're just talking here and there, maybe whatever, and then this particular day say, you know, on this particular date, we are going to go for a date. So you as a woman, and you already have maybe an attraction. Of course, you are attracted to this particular man. That's the reason why you gave this man an opportunity to go for that date.
Yeah.
What should you be looking for in that man? And what mistake should not you make? Because sometimes we make mistake as by assuming whatever things. So I will back you up after you say what you have to say.
Okay. So I'm going to talk on behalf of ladies. What I will be looking for is the way the man treats me. You know, before I sit, he was able to move the chair back. I will appreciate that. When we are talking, he's not brash. He doesn't talk anyhow. He waits for me to finish my sentence before he jump in. Or when he really wanted to tell me something, he says, excuse me, I just want to drop this, you know. I will really appreciate that. And that will show me that, wow, this man is going to be a very good future husband or somebody to go out with. Then going on a date may involve you going to a restaurant. So that is an example. Now, men should try to should prepare to pay for the lady's food at least the first time. For the first time, try to just man up and pay for the lady's food. Next time you can share the cost, but meeting for the first time, pay for her lunch or dinner, and that will show the lady, yeah, not that you are rich, but you are a reliable guy, and you are trustworthy to some extent. Because there are some men, they will just look at the lady, pay yours, I pay mine. So if you are planning to date that girl, try to pay for her lunch or dinner, and do it in a very respectable way. So respect is so important. Is so important. The way you handle her, the way you treat her, will be at the back of her mind. But if you do the opposite, it will be at the back of her mind too. So men, you need to just to weigh your options. If you are really attracted to the girl, or you really like the girl or the lady, then go an extra length to respect her, appreciate her, treat her well. You know, even in your discussion, you know, the way you talk, we say so much about you that day to her. So that is it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Brimoh. You can see that Miss Brimoh just highlight a lot of the manners. You have to look at the manners that this particular man is showing, because the way he's showing you will give you an idea what kind of home this man is coming from, you know. And even yourself as a woman, you want to see if this man is interested in getting to know about you, you know.
Yeah.
So you are going to a date with a man, and a man doesn't care about knowing you, because the first day, maybe you met at the party, you met in the store, you met at church, whatever place you met. But that person was attracted to you, but this person do not know you. So the number one really would say that is green light in a man. Is this man showing interest in you? Is this man really seeking to know who you are, your family? Right. What kind of question this man is asking? You can tell that this man is asking a question with the intention to bring the right person in his life. So what kind of question is this man is asking you on that particular day of dating? So now you are trying to look for cues that shows that, is this man looking for a woman for a committed relationship, or is just a player? That is one thing you need to be able to look for when you are having an opportunity to speak or to talk to a man. And secondly, as a woman, even though when he's asking you those questions, you need to be very slow the first appointment. Don't talk everything about your life on the first day of dating. Just be calm and cool, and just answer one question at a time, okay? And also at the same time, remember, as much as you are watching him is as much as he's watching you. So what manners are you presenting?
Yeah.
Are you waiting for him to finish to talk? Are you clarifying what this man is talking about? Are you showing interest in getting to know him? Because you two need to ask right questions. Because remember, you don't know this person.
Yeah.
But those right questions, you can only ask them if exactly as a woman you know what you want. Some other women, I just want to be with a man so we can go party. Is your interest is in partying? Are you looking for a committed relationship? Or you want somebody just to waste your time with? So all those things will determine on that day of dating.
That's
so
right.
Then you have to be able to see each other a couple of times. And also something else after dating a couple of times, is this man want to know where, if you have a family?
That's right.
You know, is he asking you why don't you live with your family? Those are legitimate questions for somebody to be able to ask. So we're gonna go to the next things. Like, okay, now you have met each other, you have seen the reality, you have discussed whatever you need to discuss, and you see that the other person is really asking you for other more days, more dates. Before we can go to another stage, I have a question.
Okay.
So when now you are dating, then okay, we talk about those questions that somebody can ask you, can answer you, and all those kind of stuff. So some women, they think that what they are looking for a man is maybe, should they looking for money? Should they looking for beauty? Should they looking for, what should a woman really be looking for in a man?
Okay.
Like, what would you be looking for in a man? If you were to begin the dating today,
Okay.
what would you be looking for in a man?
Number one, is he a Christian or not? That is so important to me. His testimony, how did he give his life to Christ?
Yes,
So
yes.
that's now. Thirdly, is he educated? Is he educated? If yes, good. Now, what is his plan for his future?
Yeah.
Does he have any goal, or he just wants to remain on the same spot? So what is his plan for the future? Even if he has a job now, is he planning to move forward in his job or higher in his job? So I would like to know. Now, after that, if I discover that he's getting check mark in everything, then what does he think? What is his plan for his family? How does he want his family to look like in future? There are some men that like 6 children, 7 children. So, all these things will come out when they are just chatting.
Chatting, yes.
Chatting, yeah. So don't make your questions huge, like big. It can easily discourage a lady. Like when you come before her and you say, oh, so what is, do you have any job? No. Ask it in a way that will make the lady in a relaxed way. Ask the question in a relaxed way. Don't make it a big deal. Remember, it may be a big deal to you, but ask the question in a fun way. Make it fun for the lady to answer, and thereby you will get what you are really looking for. So now, the kind of friends the guy go out with is so important to me. So I may not know everything that day when we are talking, but I will know
as days goes by.
Yes, as days goes by. So
okay, yeah, thank you so much. So like, as you are listening to her, maybe you can catch something that you can be able to apply in the future as you are dating this man. So me, like, what is so important to me is the values that is in this man. Okay, and also somebody who showed that he cares for me. Because money is not everything.
That's right.
You may date somebody who is rich. Money is not an issue, but you don't feel no love, no affection from this man. He has no idea how to be compassionate. He has no idea how to be romantic. I'm really big on romance.
Yeah.
Because women, if they don't feel that they are being romanced, they feel rejected very easily. And that's why sometimes men, they'll be like, I don't know what's wrong with this woman. I don't know. Attitude is just something else. You watch your own attitude. Because women, we like to feel that we are number one on your list. you know. Like that sense of caring is what's really attracting women in a man. Women are not attracted with your money. Money is great, it helps us enjoy life, but they are more attracted in the way that you treat them. That's why as a woman, you really need to focus on the manners of this man and how is he nurturing, watering that love or that particular relationship that you have started. And also something also as a woman you need to be able to look at. You need to see some men, is this man telling you about his family? Is very important. It depends on how long you have been dating with each other. This man have to be able to get to the stage where he feel free to say, do you want to come over to my house? That also, it shows that this man is really honest, is proud of you, and is not ashamed for his parents to know the particular girl that this boy or this man is loving. Is so important. So is this man inviting you to meet his family? Or even though we are going for a date, is he sometimes taking you for a date with one of the special friends?
That's right.
Because when you meet a special somebody, you are excited for your close friend to get to know that person. So if you don't see this man making that move, you should begin to see some kind of red flag there in that relationship. And also, sometimes this man maybe has his own apartment, his own house, and maybe have been meeting each other at the restaurant, and say like, you know what, do you want to come and see where I live? That's where it's an opportunity for you to sell yourself to that man. How do you do? When you walk in that apartment, and do you go and take a chair and you sit like this? So for us African, we're educated that a woman is never a visitor. You are never a visitor. Whenever you get to a house, whether it can be your friend's house, your mom's friend's house, when you get to that house, you automatically get involved into what is going on in the house. And you find them cooking, you have to go in the kitchen as a woman, and they say, oh, can I wash this plate? Can I cut tomato for you? Can I do this? In that particular time, just in case he's taking you to his mom and his dad to visit them.
That's right.
That's where you are making your point. You get there, the moment you take your shoes off, as African, the mother of our dating boy, we automatically say, hi, mom. They're in the kitchen. What can I help you? But if you go to visit your man or your friend's house, and you go to the living room and you sit down like this, you are waiting to be served like a queen, like a princess, you have lost marks. And the moment you leave, this boy is going to be in trouble with the mother. What kind of woman is that one? Look at her, look at this. So those are the secrets we are giving to you. When a man gives you an opportunity to go to his family, you go automatically on the family with a good manners. Be part of what is going on. When he take you to his apartment, you go, automatically you walk in the man, you go in the kitchen. Men, sometimes they drink a tea, left a cup here, a cup there. You automatically go to the sink, wash those cups, do them, and they put them there and they sit down quietly. So those are the strategy I would give you as a young girl, as a teenager that in the future you're going to be dating. You want to show that it's not all about, there's more than loving the person. You love everything about this person.
That's right.
So now we get to the point of commitment. Tell us a little bit about commitment.
Now, after attraction, reality, then you are looking at that man as, I can see myself with you. 30 years to this time, 50 years, I can still see myself with you. Then, most of the time, that is when ladies start giving their all. What is your plan? Where are you going? Then you start planning together. Discussion or communication is so important. If you are not communicating, then you will not know anything about each other. But when you sit down and you start talking, this is what I want to do after my first degree. I want to go to for my master's, and I want to look for this job or that job. As you are saying yours, the lady will want to say her own too. I believe she will not just want to sit and be listening throughout. As you are saying yours, oh, then she will say her own too. Then you can say, oh, instead of doing that, why don't you do this? Then you start rubbing minds together. So discussion is so important. Communication is so important. And then when you start planning, you will discover that commitment will come like this. Oh, I'm planning to build a house. Oh, let's do it together. I can give you 100,000. You can, you know, when you start contributing together, then the man will know that, oh,
this the girl to
yes,
commit myself.
She's for a keep. And the lady will know that, yeah, we are going to marry very soon, so I need to give it my all. What happened to you happened to her. So whatsoever problem you are in, if she's not taking that problem like her own, then she's not for you. So what happened to you happened to her, and what happened to the lady happened to you too. So when you see things like that, then you know that the lady is ready. Then you know that, wow, the commitment in this relationship is so high. But if it's the opposite way, then you are not ready to do anything together. No commitment, no future.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Brimoh. You're saying something very, very important, because I remember there's a time I was dating somebody. Okay, so I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted a man for marriage. I didn't want to know. I didn't have no time to fool around. We really dated, and the relationship grew. And then I get to the point where I was like, okay, so what? A woman, you should be able to ask the boy or the man that you are dating for quite 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. You have to be able to ask, so what do you think about this relationship? Where are we going with this relationship? You have to open your mouth and say. Otherwise, this man will be playing with you, wasting your time, closing the door of other relationship that would come in your life, yet this man have no plan for you. So women, you need to keep your eyes open when you are dating. Don't be fooled around with those sweet words that a man will tell you. They are equipped to do that. They are equipped to be as sweet as they can ever be. They are equipped to buy your heart. But you're going to have to be smart enough to see beyond those sweet words that this man is telling you. So I get the point. I was like, okay, just tell me, wait a minute, where are we going? So I finished my school. We dated when I was a student, and also he was a student. I finished school. I was like, okay, where are we going? I was like, you see, the man is biting his tongue. He doesn't have nothing to say. And I was like, oh, you know, why are you rushing? What do you mean I'm rushing? That's the question you're asking me. What do you mean I'm rushing? You know, so what are you waiting for? Why don't you commit yourself? You know what? Have the courage to cut off that relationship. Some of women, they stay in the relationship 10 years. Hello? You are growing old every day. You can't be in the relationship for more than 2 years when you don't know where this relationship is taking you. That's a big no, no, no. I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I understand that you are not ready for a committed relationship, but I am ready and you are not ready. Let's just end this relationship here. That's it, and I ended that relationship. So every woman following me, have the courage to end the relationship. Don't stay in the relationship that you don't see where it's taking you. No, you're gonna always upfront. When a guy come to your life, you, after a few dates, you tell him that I'm not looking for a man to entertain me. I'm looking for a committed relationship. The way I see you, I see that, you know, I can have a walk of life with you, but what do you see in me? It's a communication.
Yeah.
You have to be able to talk. But there are other aspects I want us to talk about. Miss Brimoh, one thing I notice is that most of our black boys, they are attracted to the white girls. We see our black boys, the white girls have finished all our black boys. You get what I mean? Now the other question is, our ladies, our girls, our black girls, what's wrong with you? Why these white girls, they know how to attract our black boys? Why don't we see many black girls being in a relationship with other men beyond our black culture? What I mean about it, white, it's just a way of saying. What I meant is, we want our black girls to be able to attract a men of other color. The same way we see the girls of other color that are attracting our boys. What don't we know how to do? Come on, ladies. African ladies, we are good at caring. We are good at attracting. How come we don't see many marriages in our African community that we see people of color marrying our girls, but we see many of our black boys marrying white girls? So where do you think is the issue? Where is the problem? Because we want to be able to mingle. I want to have a white who is my son-in-law. You know, I would love that. I would love to see my daughter getting married to a white or another person of color. So what went wrong on our side as girls? Don't we know how to attract, or what's going on?
Okay.
What do you think?
That is a very good question. But before I answer it, I just want to mention something. Some parents may be thinking, oh, why are they talking about dating? We are talking about dating because of our kids. It's so important for us to talk about it. You know, it's not when your kids are 24, 25 that you start looking for, what will I do? He's coming on with this. So we appreciate all immigrants, especially those that are connected to us, to please listen and comment, ask question on this topic. Now, yes, most of African male are going out with Caucasian ladies. Now, personally, my idea of interracial marriages or dating is that as long as they love each other, there is nothing withholding them from going out with each other.
Yeah, but
Now,
no, I'm going to cut you there. The question is not going with each other. What can we do as African ladies
yes,
to get those Caucasian men in our life the same way the Caucasian girls are getting our boys in their life? What is lacking? Is it a cultural thing? One thing I know, that in our culture as African, we don't tell the guys that we love them. We don't show our attraction to men. But this Caucasian guy, if he loves you as a boy, he'll say, hey, can we go for coffee? You know, we are here to educate.
That's
We
right.
are in different culture now.
Yeah.
If you are an African girl following me, or you are an African woman single, you are allowed to express your feeling to that man that you feel like you're attracted to. So that's the point where we want to be able to go to. The reason why the Caucasian or other girls are attracting our boys is because they can speak.
Yeah.
And in our culture, we are used to see only a man is the one who can express themselves to a girl.
That's right.
So now, when our boys, they see a woman, tell them, you know, I'm interested in you, they feel like the heaven has opened to them. They feel like, wow, this woman loves me. I can't believe that. You know, those are the reason why our boys, they go to them. So if you are there, you are an African girls, you see another African boys, you like him, just talk. Communication is so important because this culture we are living in, we have to integrate. Otherwise, you'll be sitting down. You are wondering why you don't have no relationship in your life. It's because you don't talk. Because this new society we are living in, if in Africa it was like this, here is like this. So, and we have to find a way to integrate. And if you don't teach our daughters, you know, they will be 10, 40 still sitting at home.
That's right.
Yet men are there, but because they are waiting for this man to come and talk to them, and this man also is waiting for you to go and talk to them. So I don't think there's anything wrong to be able to invite a guy friends for coffee. I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't know what you think about that.
Okay. So for African ladies, personally, most of African ladies are so picky. They don't have option. Still, any guy that comes to them, they will be like, he's too short, he's too tall, he's too thin, he's too fat. So most of the time, African ladies are picky. So if you can take that one off, now, most African ladies, we don't, let me think of how to frame this. There are some things that Caucasian guys like. Now, for example, when I'm talking to you, I want it to be eye to eyes. Most African ladies, they rather shift their
eyes away.
Now, to them, to Caucasian guys, it means you are not into
you are not into it.
You are not into the discussion, and they can easily stop talking. So when you are talking, it should be eye to eye. Then you are telling me that you are going along with me. You are really into what we are discussing. Now, apart from that, when a guy is talking, most of the time, because maybe you really like the white guy so much, most African ladies, they will just keep silent and be watching.
Dying inside.
And be watching. Though they have something to say, but they will not. They will not. Maybe they are mesmerized with the guy, and they are like, oh my goodness, it's just too handsome or something. They will not talk. So if you don't talk, what you are telling the guy is,
you're not interested.
I'm not interested. I don't really know what you are talking about. However, you know what the guy is talking about. It's just that you don't want to talk. You just want to look, or you may have your own reason. So those things, our sight and our mouth, we need to work on that as African ladies. When the guys are talking, especially when you are one-on-one, any one-on-one discussion or meeting, you should be ready to participate. As they are talking, you are talking. As is asking questions, you are answering in a way that it will show the guy that, oh, she knows what she's talking about. So those two things are so important. If an African lady doesn't train herself to be involved in any discussion, that will affect them. Yeah.
Yes, so that is exactly what is happening. So it is so important that we don't just sit down and begin to think about what is really going on. Why, you know, we are not really integrating ourselves into this society, you know. So we need to get integrated into society in many areas of our life, and one of them, what is more important, because we don't want to, like, every time a man wants to marry, you have to go to Africa to marry. Then who's going to marry our daughter that are giving birth here?
Yeah.
You know, you have your own that's growing up. You say, oh, you go to Africa, you go to marry, you go to that place, you go to marry. We have to be able to marry each other here. So we are going to take a quick break, and the one thing we're going to be discussing about is it okay to connect our children for marriage? Is that okay, or is a big no? So you give us a few minutes. We're going to just take a quick break, and we'll be right back, and that's the topic we're going to be talking about. If it's okay for me to say, Brimoh, I really like your son. What do you think about my daughter? You know, can we connect? You know, as a parent, the way we know each other, if our children get to marry, you know, there's kind of an assurance that, you know, we parents, we know each other. And you know how I educate my kids. I know how you educate your own kids. And I think this couple together, if they happen to be attracted to each other and we encourage them, they can have a good relationship. So just, we'll come in the next 2 seconds, then we'll be able to talk about that, okay? Just hang on there, and thank you for connecting with us.
Hesabu 23:19.
All right. Thank you so much for waiting on us, for hanging on there. And we just want to acknowledge all those that are connecting with us. Just want to acknowledge my sister Agnes Birime. I'm going to come back to your comment. And I just want to acknowledge Mr. Brimoh. Thank you so much for connecting with us. And I just want to appreciate you for allowing your wife to come and just animate this show, and she's such a blessing to this show, and I just want to thank you so much, and you are blessed, Mr. Brimoh, I'm telling you. Mama Mimi Bendela, thank you for following up. Mama Fifi, Antoinette Kamwanya, and Pastor Ilunga, and the other many that we cannot see that are following us. We just want to say thank you again before we can continue. One of the ladies here has made a comment, and it says, oh, I have a Congolese son-in-law who is useless. Wow, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. I have a Congolese man, and I'm glad I have him. So it's always like that. So this has nothing to do with that particular man being a Congolese. It has something to do with how did your daughter and this Congolese man met. That's what we are talking about. So when you meet, at the beginning of the first day that your daughter meet this Congolese man, did they date? Did they discuss about values? Or they just met, hey, let's go, let's stay together and they live? That's exactly what we are talking about. You need to be able to sit together, discuss. A woman show you values, a man show his values, discuss, and see if those values are met. Then in that relationship, you will see where it's going. You will see any relationship that break most of time how did this relationship start?
That's true.
Did you have a chance to discuss matters that related to you? Did you present your values or what you stand for to this partner?
That's right.
You know, so I don't say that things may not go sour down the road, but the beginning, the foundation of that relationship is so important. So let's go back. What again were we talking about? We're talking about
A black.
yeah. So we are talking about how to encourage us to be able to be open, to be able to talk, to be able to share, to be able to know that it's okay. We can express ourselves. We can express our heart desire to this particular person. There's nothing wrong. That will not change your value. That will not change what you stand for.
Yeah.
It just gives you the freedom of your heart to say you don't want to be dying. You know, sometimes in Africa, I remember, you know, I don't want that kind of feeling. You'll be sitting, you see a guy, your heart is just melting.
Yeah.
And the guy is just right there. You are in the same party. You just can't even go say, hey, hi, how are you doing? You're like, what do you do? You are melting. It's okay to approach somebody and say, hi, how are you doing? My name is so-so. And what is your name? Nice to meet you. Yeah, I like your shoes. Whatever it is. Whatever you can do to begin a conversation with this particular person, it is very, very important. So, yes, we are talking about, is it okay? Because people, they talk about arranged marriage. In one way or another, can be great.
That's right.
Yeah, okay? Because arranged marriage is what? I can see your sons, and I love your sons' manners. I love them. You can see my daughters, and you say like, oh, I love your daughters. I love their manners. I like this one, really. You know, for instance, I like the girls of Pastor Clement Ilunga. I love her girls, the manners, the way, you know, they are God-fearing girls. I'm not trying to advertise Pastor Ilunga's girls. I'm talking from the bottom of my heart. So if I could do anything to get my son, you know, attracted to those girls, I would do it. Why? Because I'm pretty much sure I know those girls, you know.
That's right.
And I know if my son fall into the hand of those girls, they'll be good. So is there anything wrong for us parents trying to connect our children for getting to know each other?
You said getting to know. So it's like my family visiting your family, and I'm bringing my kids along with me or with us to visit your family. There is nothing bad. If they like each other,
exactly,
let them start their relationship. Because if you initiate the relationship, they will be calling your name
when things go wrong,
whenever there is any issue. Yeah, if you want your son to marry my daughter, or I want my son to marry your daughter, we can have a family visit, which is good. Now, the kids, they will say, you know, normally kids, they know how to flow with each other. You will just see them talking. Which grade are you? Which school are you? Leave them. You have tried your best, at least, to bring them together. Now, you are not telling them that you need to be dating. If they have interest in each other, they can start, oh, let me have your phone number, take my phone number, your email, my email. If anything will come out, that will be good. If nothing, they can still be friends. Now, there are some cultures, I'm not going to mention the country's name, where they will post the wife to go and meet the husband in another country. And now they discover that when they see each other, they may look at each other and they will be like, oh my goodness, I just don't like him. When he talks, it puts me off. Now, relationship like that may not stand because they don't even like each other, though the parents are friends. Parents are friends. They know each other. The dad and the lady's dad, they've talked. Oh, I want my son to marry your daughter. But when the son was able to see the daughter,
Was not attracted.
no attraction. Most of the time in Africans generally, the dad, both dads may be at the same job or may be doing business, and they will not think that because they like each other, they want the relationship to move
To their children.
Yeah. And the children may not love each other. Please, please and please don't force them. Don't use because you are business partners, then your kids must marry each other so that your business will grow. Please don't do that, because you are playing with your kids' life. They don't want it, don't force it. Now, the highest you can do is for your family to meet the other family and have a lunch or playtime. That is all. Leave the kids alone. A lot of family have gone through so many heartache because of this. So we need to stop it. We need to stop it. Don't force your kids. I'm repeating myself. Don't force your kids to marry each other, because they may not love each other. They may like each other as friends. But let it stay like that. If the two families cannot move ahead, so be it. So please, parents, be careful, because things like this have made a lot of kids to weep and have a lifelong diseases, because they were just thinking. They don't love each other, but they just want to honor you. It's at time we stop that.
Yeah, thank you so much for what you just say. Yes, it is very important for two partners to meet and they choose each other, so that when things happen to go sour down the road, they'll be like, yeah, that was my choice, and they'll be able to handle it very well. But remember, the surroundings of our children is what will produce who our children are going to be. When I talk about setting up a stage for our children to be connected with the right people, the right families, is what I meant by that. You cannot, you set up the stage, and that's it. And that's how themselves they'll be able to. Canadian kids born here, they will never allow you those things. These things of connecting, you're going to marry this one, it's not going to happen. These things happen maybe in Africa here. Kids born, growing up here, you can never do that. Maybe even though you want, you'll be like, you know what? My son's name this is on Facebook. Do you want to just be in touch with him? But the moment your son is going to know that you arranged that one, the relationship is not going to go anywhere. So it is so important that we set the right stage for our children as much as we can to allow them to connect with the right people. Okay? Yeah. So now let's talk about now engagement. Okay? There is one thing that I don't like. I really don't like. You will see your daughter coming. Oh my God, Mom, look at me. He gave me a ring. I always tell my daughter, I don't want those kind of nonsense. If a surprise is going to happen, if that man wants to surprise you, he has to begin by finding a way to reach your parent. Find a way to arrange that engagement ring in the way that surprises you. But you cannot go to McDonald's or to Dollarama, you with that guy, and you tell me, oh my God, my guy invited me to Dollarama. Now look, he put a ring on me. That is nonsense. That guy is after something malicious in your life. A ring should not ever put on between you and the person. No. If it's a surprise have to take place, that boy, that man have to be able to find your brother or your uncle somehow to be present on that particular day that he want to surprise you. But a surprise have to be in that way. That's how it is. Unless you are giving each other what they call a promise ring, those one you can give them in a McDonald's or whatever. But when you're going to give an engagement ring, that's the day the parent of the woman and your own parent need to be there to witness that ring being on that finger. Then that's when the parents together, they can begin the journey to help you go through that one. What do you think about it? You don't agree with me?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
You may be talking about African way or African style. Now, if my parents are not here and the guy's parents are not here and he wants to propose to me, do you want me to tell him that, wait, let me quickly go and call my parents in Africa, just wait? That will not be so. But yeah, he's supposed to have talked with the parents of the lady, or dad or something. I'm going to propose to your daughter this day or that day. So then he can do it. Even none of my siblings may be around. It may only be me, just the two of us, or most of the time, the guys, they have a way of talking to the girl's friend without the girl knowing. They will have talked to the friends that, oh, Janet, I'm going to propose to Linda today, so please help me get things ready. Yeah, without the girl knowing. But for all my siblings or some of my siblings to be here when they are not even in Canada, that may be very difficult. So if maybe I'm getting to Superstore, you just feel like they will have planned it. Yeah, without my knowledge, they will have planned it. Yes, and my parent will not be there. His parent may not be there, and he proposed, and I say yes. And on getting home, I say, Mom, look. So you will tell me that I should go and take it off? No.
No, I agree with you. 100% is good, but I would not myself as a parent. If you ask me, if I'm here and I'm present, you know, there's always different cases. If you are maybe an international student, you are here.
Yeah.
You know, you are there. But however, you always have somebody call a parent. I lived in a foreign country. My parent wasn't there. But if you ask me, I had a parent. If you know me good enough, you would know the people that I consider parents in my life. You know? So what I'm trying to say is that engagement ring from a man who is really, really, really serious should have that particular moment of your life being witnessed by people who are closer to you. If he's going to go and they say, oh, yeah, I know you go to that church, that is your pastor, I'll make sure I tell you, Pastor, you know what, I'm planning to do this. Just come and witness this moment.
That's right.
You know, it is very important. Because sometimes you don't want a man to put you in the corner and do everything he wants with you in the corner. Those kind of relationship down the road, they don't last.
That's right.
A relationship whereby the man keeps you in the corner and they do everything with you in the corner, that relation is not going to last. You always need a support. Nobody's never, ever, ever lonely. Even though when I was dating my husband, I was able to put him in touch with somebody that I present him that this is my parent. You get what I mean? Yeah. Because I wanted him to feel that I am not a dog that doesn't have the owner. He has to know that there's somebody that owns you.
That's
you know, that feeling is something that gives you the value. You don't want to show to a man that you are standing alone. You don't want to show to a man that you don't have no support, no family. He needs to know that there are people behind you watching this relationship and they're looking forward to have this relationship growing. You know, so that's what I would say. So the engagement part is, however, in us, that's what we call Dory Day, right? Yeah. We talk about Dory Day is something that honors the parent, is something that honors you as a daughter, and he honors you also as a son, because officially you are being welcomed in this family
Yeah.
with honor, you know. So what else do you want to say on that?
Before engagement, there must be intimacy. And what I'm talking about intimacy is not sex. Is knowing each other very well. Knowing each other very well. I will take him home, he will take me home. Then I will get to know, oh, you are the sister, you are the brother. This is the way they do. They celebrate Christmas this way. They go to for vacation this way. So that is intimacy, knowing each other so much. It supersedes commitment in some extent. You really know the family. Oh, there are only two kids. They have only two kids in the family. Is the older one, and he has a sister. So when you know so much about each other, then engagement will come in. So, yeah.
Okay. Wow, we have come to almost the end of our topic on dating. So what is really important, and what we want you to take home today from this, is that when you are about to invite somebody in your life, you just don't be blind. You know, you need to know what you want. You need to know what you need. You need to know what you're observing in that man, what you're observing in that woman. And also, you need to be able to express yourself, you know, your emotions, like whatever. If you see, the same way, if a man like you can express themselves, it's the same way you as a woman, if you like a man, you can express yourself to him. Still, he's the one who's going to make the decision to marry you or not. The decision to marry a woman is always comes from a man. But when you just talk, you are just expressing your freedom to tell somebody that he looks good, and you know, you are attracted to him. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the only thing I can tell you to take home. And also, whenever you are given an opportunity to date a guy or to date a woman, it's an opportunity to advertise yourself, to advertise your manners, to advertise your ability, to advertise even your values. That's what you have to stand for. What does this man see in you? What does this woman see in you on that particular day that you are dating? So until we meet again, I'm going to ask Ms. Brimoh now to have a last way to conclude this talk today.
I would like to address parents. Please, whenever your son brings somebody home, don't make fun of them, whether they are of the same race or not. Whether the lady is beautiful or not, that is what your son desires.
Or your daughter.
Or your daughter. So please, let's appreciate their decision. If you have any question, let the visitor go. Then have a one-on-one with your son or daughter. Not that in the front of the visitor you will start saying, oh, this, that. No, be welcoming. And after the visitation, you can have a talk or ask questions. Please, yes, we are immigrants. Let's be open. Don't let us push our kids outside. Like I always say, make your home welcoming. So please, you need to be in communication with your kids so much, because you will need to pour a lot of knowledge into your kids, and that will go a long way.
Okay, thank you so much. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for following us. And we just want to take this opportunity to thank Pastor Millie, who is behind the scene, realizing this show to take place. Just want you to know that you appreciate it, Pastor Millie. We just want to also acknowledge the leadership of the True Way Television that are giving us this opportunity to be able to sit on this platform and be connected with you. May God bless the visionary Apostle Jerome and his dear wife. So until we see each other on Tuesday, stay well and keep safe, and just inbox us and let us know what the topic you want us to talk about next. Okay? See you again next week on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hesabu 23:19. Mungu
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation. You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.